Hi, welcome everyone to PopCultX episode 189. This week we are reviewing Project Runway once again. We are the official, unofficial PopCultX Project Runway place to review all things Project Runway this season. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Danny, did you watch the new episode?
Okay. Yes, I did watch it. It was fun. Of course, as always, they led off the episode with the fate of the previous bottom two contestants.
Yeah.
And as we surmised, it was Joan that did go home this week. Or
it was really sad. Like I didn't want to see her go. I kind of figured that Miss Joan was going to be the one to leave this week. But it definitely was sad. You could see that everyone there loved her. She was a great addition to the cast. She had a really big heart. She was a really sweet lady, and she has a lot of talent. It just didn't hit the mark, I guess, this week.
Yeah, and I think it was just that it was. I guess they saw more in Yuchen going forward than they did with her.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I mean, and even she said, she's like, "You're young, you're talented. I've had my time in a way, right?" Yeah. So it's really cool to see her leave with such grace and dignity. That I guess we would have expected from her.
Yeah, yeah. And I guess she's going back to her business. So that's the thing. She has hopefully a thriving business that she is dressing women, and she can continue to be successful in doing that.
Yeah, yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
So
they set up the next challenge, which is an interesting one. It's Cowboy Chic, which is kind of interesting, but I guess it's trendy at the moment. Everyone is sort of doing country music, Beyonce, Post Malone, all the country western stars that are out there right now. So it is pretty, I guess, of the moment, if you will.
Yeah, and it's not just limited anymore to what we would think about country music, right? Like, I would hate to say trailer trash, or, Midwest folks, right? Well, I mean, that's technically, I mean, growing up for us at least, right? That's what it was, right? It was like one skin pigment designated to country music, and that was their lane, right?
Yeah. I mean, in a way, I grew up in Arizona, so we had country music was really a popular big thing. I had a horse growing up. I think.
But did you listen to country music?
I did, just by like I couldn't avoid it. So there's music that I like. I definitely know like some Clint Black songs, some Garth.
Okay. Name some other country stars.
Yeah. So I couldn't help it. It wasn't my favorite, but my parents definitely listened to country music. My brothers and sisters, we wore cowboy boots every once in a while. So it was definitely like part of the culture. So yeah, I grew up on that. I guess on the outskirts of it. It wasn't really my thing, but you couldn't help but be part of it growing up in Arizona.
Oh no, I mean anywhere. I mean, my dad listened to Kenny Rogers, right? He listened to like Dolly Parton. So, but what I'm getting at is that it was mainly focused to who the artists were, right? Now we see a bigger plethora of artists from all different backgrounds. I guess is what I was getting at.
Yeah.
So, which is cool. I mean, what's his name? The guy from Hootie and the Blowfish. He's now a big country star.
Darius Rucker.
Yes. Beyonce had her tour, her country moment, I guess.
Yeah.
And we're getting and even I've seen, it was a band that just came through here. He was from Hawaii, and he was a big country star.
Okay.
So he was Hawaiian. So we're getting, I guess, a bigger mix of people with different backgrounds doing country music. Yeah. Right. So maybe there's a chance for us to get into country music and sing about pickup trucks and our dogs and whatnot. But that's besides the point. I'm way off tangent here for Project Runway. So the moment for Project Runway was Western Chic or Country Chic, and immediately they let off the episode with Jesus and Antonio, taking charge and like this is our time, this is our challenge because I guess they're self-proclaimed cowboys, right? Or
Yeah.
at least Antonio is, and he felt very highly that this was a challenge he was destined to win.
Yeah, they're from Mexico. They kind of grew up with that cowboy culture. Antonio wears cowboy boots, a cowboy hat, so that's definitely his aesthetic. So this is in his thoughts, like his to win. But we saw with Yu Chen that sometimes when you think something is completely in your lane, it doesn't always go that way, because there are other factors that come into play. So they get to work on their designs. They pick their fabrics. There is still some animosity between the twins and VJ, which is kind of getting on my nerves because she's sort of getting like the villain edit and she's feeding into that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and there's a portion where if we flash forward to Ethan working on his outfit, which is like a python gown, and
Mm.
VJ accuses her of almost of plagiarism, saying that her outfit looks very similar to something that VJ did, which I couldn't agree less with. I don't think that it was anything at all like it, but I feel that she thought that she was in danger, that her outfit was not up to par, and was trying to get into the head of Ethan to mess her up.
Yeah, that's exactly the thought I was thinking. I was like, the only reason she would bring something up like that was because she didn't feel comfortable with or about her own look.
Yeah.
So had to go and sabotage someone else. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, BJ came up with some like vinyl. She chose vinyl as her fabric, first of all, which was interesting. And then it was like this fringed pink, red, not country at all, not country chic at all. It was just a mess.
Yeah, it was absolutely a mess. I did not understand it at all. I mean, I guess if she was going fringe, I could understand more like a flapper 1920s type thing,
Mhm.
but it was just it could have come from like the unconventional material challenge.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looked
definitely.
it looked a hot mess. It was terrible.
Yeah. And speaking of someone else who did not do a great job was Yu Chen. I think he really struggled, which I felt kind of bad for him because, country western is probably not within his pop culture references. He just, yeah, he could not come up with something that was country chic. He started off with a ball gown, and Christian kind of warned him, don't use that fabric, and it's very Christmassy. He continued with the dress, the gown, and then he kind of got to the point where he knew that it was boring. He was looking at accessories, and then he decided that he wanted to do an homage to Tibetan culture, where
Yeah,
they decorate the horns of ox or cows, or
yeah, yeah.
and so he adds horns to his dress, which was an interesting choice. See, and it was right on the breast. So imagine, for those that haven't seen it, a gown with horns protruding from the breast of the model, decorated with like shiny accessory.
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing when I saw it. I mean, and
Oh,
he knew it was going to be bad, but he just did it. I think
yeah.
yeah, it was just funny. I mean, I mean, we're talking about those two terrible dresses. So I guess we could say the bottom three were, of course, VJ, Yu Chen, and
And Ethan.
Ethan
Yeah.
for his python gown, um, which he just missed being in the top because I guess the way it fit. Is
Yeah.
that what
Which
they
was
said?
kind of funny and interesting because he said that he's used to dressing drag queens and them not
Right.
having no breast, and he is having to actually use a model that has real breasts, and
Yeah.
um, he was having difficulties with that area, and that's where they called him out on that. But
Yeah.
he missed it by just a hair, so he is safe.
Yeah.
The top three being Jesus, Antonio, and always forget her name, Belania.
Melania. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She did a really great look. My two favorites were Jesus and Antonio. I thought they were my top. My top was definitely Jesus. I thought that what he did was really cool, really country, but fashion at the same time, and it was very chic. He did sort of a really cool jacket coat that was sort of almost looked like it was crocheted or like macrame,
Yeah.
and like leather top and leather mini skirt, which he inadvertently had made the mistake of burning the leather, and then he used it for his advantage, and it actually came out looking really cool. But that look was definitely my favorite.
Yeah, I think his look was my favorite as well, and I liked his explanation of it being a nod to indigenous Western
Mhm.
wear, and I thought that was a really smart move,
Yeah,
especially being from where they're from, as well. So that made a lot of sense. So I really liked his look. The mistake with the burn was fun because Ethan tried to call him out, hey, that looks like a pit stain,
yeah,
and well, at first it did, but then he leaned into it more, I guess, after having a walkthrough with Christian,
yeah.
and he really went with it, and I think it looked really good. Although I'll say their two looks were very similar in a way. Well,
Yeah,
it's similar in that they were the same, you know, top and skirt, and but one had a different kind of jacket and fringe and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, I would say, yeah, he was my favorite look. His was
Yeah,
my
I
favorite.
think Bolaños was really cool, but it was needed to be just elevated a little bit more. It looked more like a casual outfit
Yeah.
that someone would wear that's, maybe going to listen to, let's going to the concert. And then the looks that Jesus and Antonio did are like the performer at the concert.
Well, I mean, that's fine too. I really liked her look. I liked the mix of the denim and leather. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
But they didn't say it had to be like for a showstopper or performer, right? They just said,
It's a country chic.
well, I
So
mean, what does that mean to you? I mean, does it mean like,
chic definitely is elevated versus something that is like I said, like something that is a little bit more casual. Hers was definitely casual. Chic would be a little bit more elevated in my
oh,
eye.
okay. I just took it as chic as like being something a little sleek, something very slick and very, on point. And I thought that was so.
Yeah, I mean it's a good look. Don't get me wrong. I definitely like what she did. But so chic is a French word or derivative of French, meaning stylish or smart.
Yeah.
So it's used to describe something or someone elegantly dressed or sophisticated.
Yeah, and I thought her look was sophisticated, but
Yeah,
the more you know, chic. You learn to
yeah,
hear first, everyone.
yeah. So yes, I definitely think that they deserve to be in the top three. I think that Jesus deserved to win. His look was really dope. The guest judges agreed with it. Blah Roach went off on VJ saying that her look was not country chic, it was country shit, and that she just did not like the dress. So I agreed.
I laughed so much at that line.
Yeah, Law definitely has those one-liners down. Uh, and then we have the background scenes where they're like waiting for the winners, and VJ is sort of upset that the twins are in the top and he's in the bottom, or she's in the bottom,
Mhm.
and she's sort of upset that like that's not how she wants to go. And it kind of just reminds me of like when you focus on someone else, you don't end up doing your best work because you're worried about what they're doing.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
I feel like that's what she's doing. She was like focused on the twins, like the whole episode, like what they're doing, and worry about what you do and do it
Hmm.
well, and don't create the like enemy out of someone. And because if they do well, then it's just going to make you look bad because you're like the bitter one.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Speaking of bitter, though, did we say who the winner was?
No, we didn't. So the winner was Jesus.
Okay, and the reason I say that because Antonio seemed very bitter about that, even
Yeah.
though he was, outwardly saying, "Oh, congrats, brother," but after when they got him alone, and he was very upset the fact that he did not win that challenge.
I could see why. Like he's the country one, right? In the couple of the twins.
Hmm.
It's his style. He felt like he's been in the top, kind of a couple times now and is not been able to capture the win. So I could see how he's frustrated. And then you have the competition between siblings and brothers,
Yeah.
and you put that into play, and I could see, where his frustration comes from.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, so it's like, is this like the beginning of their separation, where it's like, you know how like in superhero movies or something when there's like the team, then one something happens and one becomes a villain and one becomes a hero still.
Yeah. No,
It's
I don't
just
think
that
this is
crack
like
in
the
that foundation.
Civil War episode yet. I think that they still have a really strong bond and they're going to continue to work together. I think he's just in the moment he's kind of in his feelings, but I think they'll continue to work together and still do their thing.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that they have a strong bond. I mean, they're twins.
true.
Yeah,
But all it could take is something like this. You don't
yeah.
know. Oh, how cool is it to see Zach Posen back in the judging chair?
Really cool. Like I like him. I wasn't aware that he was involved with Gap and Old Navy.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I saw that and I was like, oh, cool. But then it just hit me. I've been watching the new season of Acapulco,
Uh,
and the younger Maximo, the lead character in the film, I was like, wait, they look just alike. They could be like twins there.
oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. And so it's like, that's fun.
Yeah. Speaking of Gap, which I'm sure, I wonder if Zach Posen has anything to do with this, but have you seen their like really viral, trendy Gap commercial? Excuse me, Gap commercial with Cat's Eye.
No, I have not.
Oh, you have not? You have to look it up. I've watched it so many times. It's a Gap jeans commercial with the girl group Cat's Eye,
Okay.
and it's really heavily choreographed to the song "Milkshake" by Khalees.
Okay.
Really cool. I mean, people are recreating it on TikTok. It's super viral. It's just a really cool commercial. It's sort of the antithesis to the what's her name, Sydney Sweeney.
American Eagle one, yeah.
Well, like it's like the opposite of that. So like everyone loves it, but it's really cool. You have to check it out.
I will check it out.
Yeah.
But let me ask you a question since you brought up the American Eagle. What's your take on that? Do you think that the person, artist, in this case, Sydney Sweeney, should take heat over just appearing in the ad? Do you think
I
because it
think
wasn't
that
her choice how it went, right? She just was like a part of it. She played a part.
Right, but I think that you have to take responsibility for the roles and for the commercials that you take on as an actor or actress. When you get the messaging that is going to be delivered in an advertising, and you're the one who is delivering that message, you definitely have to take responsibility for it. Um, it's she's an adult. She's not it's not Brooke Shields at 14 doing a
Right.
Pearl Alternate Jeans ad where maybe she didn't know what she was fully aware of because she was naive. She's a grown adult. She knows what it was a play on with the whole genetics thing, and she's sophisticated enough to know what she was doing. I don't think that it was clever, the ad campaign. I don't, it wasn't, didn't appeal to me. I'm not their target demographic. Their sales supposedly are up. So they definitely knew who they were going after and they were successful in reaching that market. I don't know if a jean company or business why they would go specifically for like the MAGA crowd, but I guess that's what they wanted to do and they succeeded. Whereas this Gap commercial, the Cat's Eye is very uniquely diverse. They have girls that are from like all areas of the world. They have like a South Indian girl, they have a Latina, they have a Hawaiian girl, they have a Malaysian young woman, and then I think an African American, or not African American, but a black woman that is from Sweden, I believe.
Oh
Uh,
wow,
so
interesting.
like they're very diverse, and you see the commercial and it's like such a cool celebration of like of just I don't know, it's really cool, it's really sexy. People are like rewatching this commercial like multiple times and it's a commercial, so like that really speaks to like how amazing they did with the commercial, that people are like watching it like it's a video.
Interesting. I'll have to check it out for sure.
Yeah, it's a really cool video. The group itself is really cool. Cat's Eye. They're were on a Netflix show where they were brought together to create this K-pop band, and these are the girls that won, and
Ah, okay.
it's very cool.
That's why I never heard of them. Okay.
They have a song called Gnarly that is really cool. That I've kind of been listening to. It's like an earworm. Like, once it gets in your head, you like hear it nonstop. They're like very choreographed, like so heavy choreography, cool vocals, very fashion centric, just a really cool band.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I
Uh,
think Cap won when it comes to the commercials.
okay.
Long story short.
I'm gonna steer us back to Project Runway real quick,
Yeah.
just to close it out. So, who do you think is going to go home this week between VJ and Yuchen?
I think Yu Chen is going to go home, because that was some serious like taste, like questionable taste when it comes with the horns coming out of the chest. It was like Zach Posen said, it wasn't weird enough to be like, oh, this is like a weird,
Ah,
quirky,
yeah. Hmm.
eccentric look, and so he didn't take it far enough, to where it's like it's really questionable, like to his taste level. But I want BJ to go home.
Okay.
But I think they're going to keep her because it's great for the show, because she's like the villain. She's going to keep talking shit. She's going to keep rolling her eyes at the twins. And so it makes for good television. And she stirs the pot. But I wanted her to go home. I think her look was whack, and I'm tired of her attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I think she should be the one going home, but the producers and I guess them TV ratings, it makes good. Yeah, absolutely. Oh well.
Speaking of good TV, there's also another show that we've been watching, that we can talk about, which is the show on Max, HBO Max. Is it HBO Max or HBO Now or Max?
I don't know what they're calling it anymore.
Uh, so it's Peacemaker, with John Cena. So episode 2 came out, and did you watch it? Are you
I
caught
did,
up?
and
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. I mean, it's we learned a lot more. I mean, I had one standout take from the whole episode that really stuck in my mind more than anything else.
Yeah. What was that?
And but I'll get that to that at the end, as a little tease. So we saw in that episode, we saw the 11th Street kids come back together and have a nice little celebration,
Yeah, that was fun.
which I thought was fun. We see Tim Meadows get introduced,
Yes.
which I thought was fun. Him and
He's very nice
his bird, what do you call it?
in this.
His disability for not being able to tell what kind of bird it is. Bird blindness. Yes, thank you. And I thought that was just hilarious, and it's really cool to see Tim Meadows get a role in that. We saw what else did we see? We saw uh, at the end we see well, I'll get to the end, but we see Peacemaker make a decision,
Yeah.
I guess if you would, based upon his interactions with Hardcourt. Yeah, it was a really fun episode. It was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, we saw this episode Eagerly steps up and really becomes
There
uh
you go. You taking it.
what would you call that? Like the offense, or is I don't know if it's the defense or off. No, I guess it's the offense, right? I don't know. I'm not a sports
The
person, so
the best defense is a strong offense.
yeah, he definitely steps up and
Yeah.
uh protects the house, or the you know home base of Peacemaker, and really shows off his skills, which is really cool, which was hilarious.
Eagly's a badass.
Yeah.
And that was like my favorite part of the whole episode was seeing him just dominate those agents. And it was just like not even close. It was just so cool to see.
Yeah, it was really funny. The other thing that you mentioned was Tim Meadows coming on as cast, and he's so hilarious in the role. I think
Hmm.
was making me laugh out loud with his off the cuff remarks, and his nicknaming of all of the agents was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
That was just super funny.
And they were like, "We can't do that to us," and he just that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And so it's continuing to be really funny, really edgy, dark comedy, lots of action, really good season so far.
yeah, and it continues well into episode 3, which we'll talk about next week. But it's been really, I guess I did watch the new Superman, which is also directed and written by James Gunn.
Yeah,
But I think Peacemaker is more, maybe because it's rated R and he could take more liberties, but it's really more the what I would hope to get more out of the Superman movie with stuff like this, because it feels more in line with what I've come to expect from James Gunn.
yeah,
But I don't know if that's just because of the whole got to keep it clean for Superman type of thing.
yeah. Well, I think that's Superman is like I mean, he's not American. He's an immigrant, right?
Right.
Or so, but he has that like all American, like wholesome reputation that
Yeah.
like I don't think they can't deviate from, which is what makes him who he is. Whereas Peacemaker is more of a grounded in reality
Yeah.
style superhero or hero, if you will, um, which makes it fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the villains, if you will, always get the best lines and roles, right? So
So it's really fun. It's cool. I think that what they're doing with like the alternate universe is really interesting. Seeing that play out is kind of um, leading up to probably something really big as far
hmm
as a
hmm
choice maker will probably ultimately have to make.
yeah.
But it's real interesting.
Yeah, I think they're handling the multiverse aspect of it really well.
Yeah.
The doorways, I think, is clever. I really like that, the whole Monsters Inc. type feel to it, but I like it.
Yeah. I think last week you had asked me like which sidekick would I rather have, Eagly or Crypto, and I said Crypto. You didn't answer. What would you
Mm,
prefer?
eagerly,
That's
eagerly for sure. Be just because based on what he did in this episode.
but imagine what Crypto could do with superhuman. I mean, he has superhuman abilities or super canine abilities.
But he's restricted. He can't do that. Well, I mean, he can, but it feels like Superman probably wouldn't let him.
Doesn't
Or
he like beat up Lex Luthor in the movie? I don't
a
recall.
little bit, I think so. I
Yeah,
think so. He does get a little bit of action in there,
yeah.
but it's not to the point of where he has free reign to do whatever he needs to do. I think like Eagly does.
Like Crypto's not going to kill anyone,
Yeah, that's true.
whereas Eagle,
Eagly,
yeah,
you're dead. But I would take Eagly just because I think he's more I don't know, I would rather have Eagly than Crypto
yeah.
as a
Okay,
sidekick.
yeah, it's fair.
Especially if I could see through his eyes like Beastmaster. That'd be really fun.
All right.
So yeah, Peacemaker's really cool. If you're not watching it out there, or if you are, let us know because I want to hear your take on it. I had one last thought before we close out this week's episode is I keep seeing ads for MTV Music Video Awards,
Mhm.
right? And it makes me laugh because we all know and we all joke about how MTV doesn't do music videos anymore.
Yeah.
It's like no longer their thing. And now, if what made me laugh so much about this ad is that their own award show is no longer on MTV either. It's on CBS.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's odd.
I saw that and I was like, wait a minute. Have they veered so far off of their original mission of music videos that they no longer even host their own video music award?
Yeah. Well, I guess it's like now just a branding thing, right? Like MTV. I mean, I don't go on MTV. Like, I don't even know what they show anymore. Like, what's
Neither do
on
I.
MTV? So I guess it's just like a brand now, like where it's like the MTV show, like the award show, that now that they can have it on other channels. Um, that's interesting. I didn't know that they were not showing it on MTV, that they were doing it on CBS.
Well, I mean, I should put in a caveat. I don't know if they're showing it on TV or not. I haven't seen that. All the ads I've been seeing are just for CBS,
No.
which
Hmm.
I guess is maybe they're trying to get a broader market,
Yeah.
but it's just hilarious to me that I mean, I want to watch it if I can. I don't know if I can find CBS. I mean, I get Paramount Network, so maybe they'll have it on there.
I
Uh,
think that it's on Paramount. Yeah.
so it'd be fun. I mean, a lot of cool performers are going to be on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see if I can watch it. Hopefully, haven't really watched a show. I haven't really watched the VMAs in many years, and I'm sure with all the different categories, I'll probably be like, "Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?"
Yeah, there's only one reason for me to watch it, and that's Lady Gaga.
Yeah, yeah. Although one of the other performers on there, I think his name is Somber, Sombr. He's a
No.
really cool musician. I discovered him. Well, didn't discover. I learned about him recently, and he's got some really cool music. So I'm excited to see what he does there.
Speaking of Lady Gaga, did you see her new video?
I have not seen it. I've heard about it. The one Tim Burton directed, right?
Wow, you're slacking here. You haven't seen the Gap commercial. You haven't seen Lady Gaga's video. You have to watch it. It's really cool. It's directed by Tim Burton. They film it on like in Mexico in like the haunted doll island where like there's a guy that like
Ooh,
created this like really
nice.
weird sanctuary for these old dolls, and so it's very creepy. It reminds me of like Thriller. It kind
Okay,
of harkens back to like a cool like Halloween style video.
very cool. I'll have to check that out. Yeah,
Yeah,
that sounds
it's really
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, it leading into Lady Gaga showing up on Wednesday, right?
Say that again.
I guess it's also a way of leading into Lady Gaga gonna make an appearance on the show Wednesday.
Oh, on MTV, the awards.
No, on the show Wednesday.
Oh, on when? Oh, okay, I'm like, what are you talking about?
Because Wednesday started up that just this past week on Wednesday they released the second half of their of
Yeah,
this season two.
yeah, and I watched it. I just wasn't like picking up what you were putting down. She was really good on it. She looks really great. It was. I don't want to ruin it for anyone that hasn't watched it, but she plays a really cool role.
Yeah. Well, I haven't seen that part yet. I just saw the first episode or fifth episode, I guess.
Yeah. How are you liking Wednesday? I love it.
I love it. It's awesome. I really enjoy it. I think it's really just as well done, but it's taking the Adams family and moving them into I think more modern times. And
Yeah.
I think it's the way they're portraying her and her roommate Enid.
Yeah.
Their relationship is really cool. I think I really enjoy that dynamic a lot. So I'm excited to see where they're going with everything.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's really well done. I think that Jenna Ortega is just amazing as
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Very cool.
Okay, cool. Well, we covered a lot of ground here today, everyone out there. So hopefully you caught up or what do I want to say there? Hopefully you kept up with us. So if you have any thoughts, comments, drop them in the comment bar there. Let us know what you think about anything we talked about today, and we'll be happy to respond to them and let you know why you're wrong and why I'm not. But it's okay. Anything else you got for us this week, Gabe?
No, that's it. Just giving you that homework that you have to watch the new Lady Gaga video and the Gap commercial post haste.
Will do. Yeah, I'll go watch those right now as soon as this video hits end. Just picture me sitting at my computer watching those videos.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We'll see you next week, everyone. Thank you for watching, listening. Please subscribe, share, comment, do all of the things.
All of the things. See you guys later.
All right. Bye bye.